We're diving into a fascinating story about the Connecticut 2017 $2 coin. And yes, you heard it right, this coin has been making waves in the collector's market, with some valued as high as $4 million. Could you have one of these hidden in your pocket change? Let's find out. First things first, let's talk about what makes the Connecticut 2017 quarter so special. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program and features the iconic design of the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C. But wait, why are we talking about a Connecticut coin and showing a Douglass design? Well, it's all about the mint mark, the small p for the Philadelphia Mint. A rare error on some of these coins has made them incredibly valuable. Let me explain. When coins are struck at the mint, they're inspected for quality control. However, in 2017, some Connecticut quarters minted in Philadelphia featured striking errors or unique die varieties that have collectors going wild. These errors can include double dies, off-center strikes, or even subtle design flaws that weren't caught during production. These small details can mean big money. So, how do you know if your Connecticut 2017 quarter is worth a fortune? Start by carefully examining your coin under a magnifying glass or a loupe. Look for signs like doubling on the letters, mismatched alignment, or initial textures on the coin's surface. These errors are what make collectors willing to pay thousands, or even millions, of dollars for your coin. Check that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, double dies, off-center strikes, or missing details. Coins in mint condition, graded NC or higher, are worth more. Send your coin to a trusted service like Pigs or NC to get it authenticated and graded. Now, here's the golden rule. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A flawless coin with sharp details and no scratches can skyrocket in value. Experts recommend sending your coin to a reputable grading service like Pigs or NC to get it officially graded. A higher grade means higher value, and in some cases, that could be the difference between a few $100s and over $1 million. Speaking of value, let's talk numbers. In recent years, Connecticut 2017 quarters with rare errors have sold for thousands at auction. In one extraordinary case, a perfectly graded coin with a unique error was valued at $4 million. While these cases are rare, even a small error or high-grade coin can fetch a hefty price. So, what does this mean for you? It means you should go check your coin jars, wallets, and old collections right now. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even realizing it, and if you find a coin that fits the bill, don't hesitate to get it graded and appraised by an expert. Check online marketplaces and auction results to gauge the value of your coin. Work with trusted coin shops or auction houses to avoid scams. Know the worth of your coin and don't settle for less than its true value. Remember, patience is key. The right buyer is out there, and they'll pay top dollar for a rare find like yours. Alright, treasure hunters, that's it for today's deep dive into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips and stories about valuable collectibles. And hey, if you think you have a rare Connecticut 2017 quarter, share your story in the comments below. Who knows, your coin might just be the next big discovery. We're diving into an unbelievable story about the 2016 Connecticut State Quarter. Yes, this little coin could be worth up to $3 million. Stick around, and I'll tell you what makes these coins so special, how to spot a valuable one, and why it's capturing the attention of collectors all over the world. You might just be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. First, let's talk about the Connecticut State Quarter. It was originally released in 1999 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This coin features the iconic Charter Oak tree, which symbolizes Connecticut's rich history and resilience. But what does that have to do with the 2016 edition of the coin? Here's the twist. In 2016, some Connecticut quarters were accidentally struck with rare errors during the minting process, and that's what makes them so valuable today. These minting errors are like little treasures for collectors. Coins with these kinds of errors are often unifacant, and that's where their astronomical value comes from. A chart showing the potential value range of rare coins. So, what's the deal with this $3 million Connecticut quarter? This jaw-dropping valuation comes from a highly rare error variety known as a misstrike or double die. Some quarters were struck with double details on the design, like a duplicated Charter Oak or lettering that looks blurry or stretched. A few of these rare coins have been verified and sold for insane prices at auctions, with one fetching a hopping $3 million. Auction footage or images of expensive coins. Collectors go wild for these coins because they're incredibly hard to find, and they represent a fascinating piece of minting history. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be looking at life-changing money. Side-by-side comparison of a regular Connecticut quarter and one with a minting error. Now, let's get practical. How do you know if your 2,006 Connecticut quarter is worth big bucks? Here's what to look for. Check for signs of doubling on the charter oak or the lettering. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to examine the details closely. Coins that are struck off-center can also be valuable. Look for anything unusual, like missing details, cracks, or distortions. The condition of your coin matters. If it's in mint or near mint condition, the value increases significantly. Tools like magnifying glasses and coin holders. If you think you found a valuable coin, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PIGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and assign it a grade, which is critical for determining its market value. So, where can you sell your valuable Connecticut quarter? The coin market is hotter than ever, with collectors actively searching for rare finds. Here are platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions are great for reaching a wide audience. Local coin shops and dealers can give you a quick appraisal and offer. These are fantastic for networking with collectors and experts who might be interested in your coin. For high-value coins like the $3 million quarter, you'll want to go through a reputable auction house to maximize your profits. Before you rush to check your piggy bank, remember that not every 2,006 Connecticut quarter will be worth millions. But with a little patience and a good eye, you might just strike gold, or silver, in this case. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next treasure hunting tip. And hey, if you've got an interesting coin story or questions, drop them in the comments below. Who knows? Your story could be featured in a future video. We're talking about a coin that could change your life, the 2,004 Connecticut $2 coin. Yes, you heard me right. This ordinary-looking coin might be worth up to $4 million in today's market. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify if you have one, and how to sell it for top dollar. First things first, let's take a look at this coin. The 2,004 Connecticut quarter was part of the 50 State Quarters program, a wildly popular U.S. mint series celebrating each state. The Connecticut design features the famous charter oak, a historic tree that played a key role in the state's revolutionary history. Now, most Connecticut quarters from 2,004 aren't worth more than their face value of 25 cents. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these coins, specifically the 2,004 version minted in Philadelphia, have rare errors or unique features that make them incredibly valuable. One of these coins even sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $4 million. Cut to auction footage or stock video of a coin auction. Host, voiceover. You might be wondering what makes a 25 cent coin worth over $1 million. Well, it's all about rarity and condition. To identify if your 2,004 Connecticut quarter is one of the rare, high-value coins, some coins have minting errors, such as double days, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. These errors make the coin unique and highly collectible. Check closely for any unusual markings or imperfections. Coins graded as MSCI or higher by a professional grading service, like PIGS or NGC, are worth the most. If your coin has a flawless or nearly flawless surface, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Sometimes, a coin's history or ownership can boost its value. Always do some research or consult an expert if you suspect your coin has a unique backstory. So, how do you find out if your coin is worth millions? Start by inspecting your coins carefully. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the details. Look for a clear mint mark under the word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin. If it's a 2,004 Connecticut quarter, you're already in the game. Coin inspection on one side, grading service website on the other. Host. Next, send your coin to a professional grading service. Grading fees might cost you 25 pesos, but trust me, it's worth it if your coin turns out to be a jackpot. Alright, let's talk about selling your coin. If you've confirmed that your Connecticut big auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins and can help you reach serious collectors, eBay and other online platforms are great for selling valuable coins, but beware of scammers. Always check buyer reviews and use secure payment methods. Local or online coin dealers might offer quick cash, but make sure you're getting a fair deal by checking recent auction prices. Here's a pro tip: even if your coin isn't worth millions, certain 2,4 Connecticut quarters in high grade still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So don't overlook those shiny coins in your pocket change. There you have it, everything you need to know about the 2,4 Connecticut quarter that could be worth even 4 million. So, start checking your piggy banks, wallets, and old coin collections. Who knows? You might be sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more tips on rare coins and collectibles, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Got questions or a coin story to share? Drop it in the comments below. We're diving into what makes this coin so valuable, and how you can cash in if you're lucky enough to own one. Now, before you go digging through your change, let's first take a look at this coin, and why it's creating such a stir in the market. The Connecticut 2,4 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, featuring the historic and breathtaking Ware Farm National Historic Site on the reverse side. The IP mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin, but don't let appearances fool you. Some of these coins have a rare era that has turned them into a collector's dream. So, what exactly makes this coin worth up to even $3 million? Let's talk about errors and unique features. The value of this coin skyrockets because of an ultra-rare mint error. In some cases, these quarters were struck with a unique die mistake, causing double designs or other striking anomalies. The most famous error is known as the double die on the obverse or reverse, where certain details, like letters or design elements, appear duplicated. This specific error is incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these mistakes. In 2019, one of these error coins made headlines when it sold for an unbelievable $3 million at auction. But how can you tell if you have one of these error coins? Let's break it down step by step. First, check if your quarter has a IP mint mark for Philadelphia. You'll find this on the obverse side, near George Washington's profile. Make sure it's from 2019. Flip the coin to check the date errors. Using a magnifying glass or loupe, examine the coin closely. Look for doubling in the text, such as the words United States of America, A Pluribus Unum, or Ware Farm. Pay attention to fine details in the design elements as well. If you spot anything unusual, you may have a winner. But what do you do next? Let's talk about how to get your coin appraised. Trusted companies like PIGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGT, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and grade your coin. A high-grade error coin in mint condition can fetch top dollar. Visit reputable coin dealers in your area for an initial assessment. They can often point you in the right direction. Platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections are great places to list and sell your coin. Keep in mind that rare coins usually do better at high-profile auctions. And don't forget, presentation matters. A professionally graded coin in a protective case will attract more serious buyers. Always handle coins carefully. Use gloves to avoid damaging the surface. Store coins in a cool, dry place to prevent tarnishing. Research before selling. Know the market value of your coin to avoid being underpaid. Keep an eye out for other valuable coins in your collection. Many quarters, dimes, and even pennies have rare errors worth thousands of dollars. So, there you have it. The Connecticut 2,4 quarter could be your ticket to a massive payday. Check your pocket change, search your coin jars, and take a closer look at what you might already own. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with anyone who loves coins or might have hidden treasure in their pockets. Who knows? You might just change someone's life. Hey there, coin collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone looking to make some extra cash from their old coins. Welcome to the channel. If you've ever wondered if that old pocket change could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into something truly remarkable, the 2 Iliada I 16 Connecticut $quarter coin. This little beauty right here. It's worth way more than its face value. In fact, this specific quarter has recently been linked to a mind-blowing price tag of even $3 million. Yes, you heard that right. And I'm going to break down why this coin can fetch that kind of money, and how you can make sure you don't miss out on your chance to cash in. Let's take it back a few years. The Connecticut Quarter was released in 2 Iliada I 16 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It features a beautiful design showcasing the state's history, with the charter oak tree, and the year Iliada 17 a significant symbol for Connecticut, representing the signing of the Fundamental Orders, a historic document often considered the first written constitution in the world. Now, while the Connecticut Quarter was just one of the pedicity schist designs released across different states, one of these coins has become incredibly rare, and that's what's driving the frenzy. But here's where things get really interesting. You see, while most 2 Iliada I 16 Connecticut quarters are worth just 25 cents, some of them have a rare error, a mistake that happened at the minting process. This particular error involves a slight misalignment in the design, causing the image on the coin to be off-center. This small mistake is what turned one Connecticut quarter into a $1 million rarity. Now, error coins like this don't happen every day, which is why collectors are so eager to find them. The market for rare error coins has exploded in recent years, and if you have one of these Connecticut quarters, you could be sitting on a gold mine. So, how much is this coin really worth? While most people assume a quarter is just 25 cents, the error coin from Connecticut has been sold at auction for a staggering even $3 million. That's right, this single quarter has fetched more than the price of a house. But don't think every 2 Iliada I 16 Connecticut quarter is worth that much. So, how do you know if your coin is one of the rare error coins? Here's how you can tell if you've got the valuable error coin. First, look at the design on your coin. If the image of the charter oak or the surrounding elements are misaligned or off-center, then you might just have the jackpot coin. The error should be noticeable to the naked eye, with the design appearing crooked, stretched, or shifted on the coin. If you're unsure, it's worth getting it professionally graded by an expert coin grader who can confirm the value and condition. Now, let's talk about how to actually sell this rare gem for top dollar. The first thing you'll want to do is get the coin certified. A certified coin means it's been graded by a professional service, and it will carry more value than if you just sell it as is. Once it's graded, you can sell your rare Connecticut quarter at an auction, or you could list it on sites like eBay or through numismatic dealers. But, always make sure to do your research. Many buyers are on the lookout for valuable coins, and having that certification will put you in a much stronger position when negotiating your sale. If you're a collector, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You might have some coins lying around that could be worth much more than their face value, and the 2 Iliada I 16 Connecticut quarter is just one example. Whether you're cleaning out old drawers or sorting through a collection, always check for those rare error coins, because sometimes, it's the smallest flaw that makes a coin worth millions. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins, don't forget to get it properly appraised and certified. It could change your life. We're diving deep into something you might have lying around in your coin jar, your attic, or maybe in a dusty old drawer, a 2 Iliada I Connecticut $quarter coin. But here's the twist, this particular coin is now valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. You heard that right? And today, we'll tell you exactly how you can spot this rare gem, and what it's worth in today's market. Let's start by understanding what exactly this coin is. The Connecticut quarter is part of the Pedicit State Quarters program, which was introduced by the U.S. Mint in Iliada 999 to honor each of the Pedicit states. In 2 Iliada I, the fifth coin in the series was released, celebrating the state of Connecticut. The quarter features a beautiful design of the charter oak, a symbol of Connecticut's history. On the obverse, or front, it has the familiar George Washington portrait, and on the reverse, you'll see an image of the famous tree with a ribbon displaying the state's motto, "He who is in God, trusts." Now, there's one thing that makes this coin very special, and it's not immediately obvious just by looking at it. You need to be on the lookout for a certain detail that sets it apart from millions of other similar quarters. The coin you want to look for is the 2 Iliada I Connecticut quarter, P stands for Philadelphia Mint, where it was struck. At first glance, this quarter might seem like any other, but what makes it unique is a very rare minting error that occurred when the coin was struck. So what's the secret to this quarter's incredible value? It all comes down to a mistake made during its production. Some of these Connecticut quarters were accidentally struck on wrong planchets. Planchets are the discs of metal used to make coins. Normally, these quarters would be struck on a copper nickel-clad planchet, but a small number were accidentally struck on a planchet meant for a dime. Why is that a big deal? Well, when a quarter is struck on a dime planchet, it becomes smaller, thinner, and often the details are slightly off, but collectors love this kind of error because it's so rare. And in the world of coin collecting, very valuable. Okay, so now let's talk about the real money. How much is a 2,1 Connecticut quarter with this error really worth? The 2,1 Connecticut quarter with this rare error has been known to sell for up to 4 million in certain auctions. That's right, millions of dollars for a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now. But hold on. Not every 2,1 Connecticut quarter is going to fetch that kind of cash. It's the rare error coins that come in such high prices, and the condition of the coin plays a huge part. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Coins with these minting errors that are in excellent condition, especially those that have been preserved in mint state, can fetch the highest price. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare error coins? Let's go through some key steps for identification. First, you'll need to look closely at the coin. The most obvious sign of a minting error is its size. A dime planchet is smaller than a quarter, so the Connecticut quarter struck on a dime planchet will appear noticeably thinner and smaller than regular quarters. Next, check the weight of the coin. A standard 2,1 Connecticut quarter weighs about 67 grams. A dime planchet weighs only 27 grams, so a coin that's significantly lighter is a good indicator that it could be an error coin. Also, examine the edge of the coin. Normally, the edge of a quarter should be reeded, meaning it has little ridges along its sides. But with these error coins, the reeding may be faint or even completely absent. So, if you've got one of these rare error coins, how can you sell it? Well, there are several options to cash in on your coin. First, you can try online platforms like eBay, where collectors are always hunting for rare coins. However, the best route might be to take it to a professional coin dealer or an auction house specializing in rare coins, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These specialists will be able to evaluate your coin properly and help you get the best price possible. You can also consider getting the coin professionally graded by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NG, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS. Grading helps establish the authenticity and condition of the coin, and a higher grade can significantly increase its value. So there you have it. The 2,1 Connecticut quarter could be the ticket to a small fortune if you know what to look for. Keep your ears peeled, and you could be holding onto a rare piece of American history that's worth millions. Before you go, if you think you might have one of these rare error coins, or you've spotted any unusual coins in your collection, be sure to do your research and get them checked out by a professional. And as always, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment if you have any questions or if you've got your own coin collection stories to share. We're going to dive into one of the most exciting finds in the world of coin collecting, the 2,1 Connecticut $2 coin. Stick around, because this little piece of history could be worth up to $2 million right now. In 2021, the U.S. Mint released a new series of $2 featuring different states. The coin we're talking about today is from Connecticut, a state with a rich history, and a place that contributed to the founding of our nation. But what makes this particular Connecticut quarter so special, and why is it attracting attention from collectors around the world? First, let's break down exactly what we're dealing with here. This quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's American the Beautiful program, which honors national parks and sites in every state. The Connecticut design features the iconic Prudence Crandall Memorial, which honors the first female school teacher in the state. A beautiful design, right? But here's the kicker, not all of these quarters are created equal. In fact, the 2,1 Connecticut quarter is incredibly rare and highly sought after. The coin itself is your typical $2, made of copper nickel, weighing 67 grams, and with a diameter of 24 3 mm. But certain rare versions of this coin, due to minting errors, have been making waves in the coin community. Now, let's talk value. The Connecticut quarter we're focusing on here, in particular, has been known to sell for mind-blowing amounts. While most of these quarters are worth their face value, about 25 cents, there are some out there that have been sold for as much as 1.2 million. And no, I'm not kidding. What's the catch? Well, the 1.2 million quarters are the result of very specific minting errors, such as a misaligned die or a double strike. These errors make the coin incredibly rare, and as you know, rarity equals value in the world of coin collecting. So, if you've got a 2021 Connecticut quarter in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look. Here's what you need to know. If your coin has any unusual imperfections, like a double design, off-center images, or strange markings, it could very well be one of these super rare specimens. Now, before you go running to sell your quarters, let's go over a few tips. First, make sure your coin is actually an error coin. If it looks like it just came out of the mint, don't expect to make $1 million from it, but if it has noticeable flaws, you could have something much more valuable than you think. Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect the details of the coin. Look for things like doubling, off-center strikes, or even unusual textures that might point to a minting error. If you find something that looks odd, that's your clue to start digging deeper into its value. Next, get an expert opinion. Take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or a certified numismatist. They'll help you determine whether your coin has any errors and can give you a ballpark estimate of its value. If the coin turns out to be one of the rare error coins, the next step is deciding whether to sell. Remember, this isn't just about the money, it's about preserving a part of American history that could increase in value over time. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How do you sell these rare coins? You can sell your rare Connecticut quarter through online auctions like eBay, at coin shows, or through established coin dealers. But don't rush into anything, take your time, and make sure you're working with a trusted source. Auction sites can help you reach a wide audience, and sometimes you can get a bidding war going for that rare gem. But remember, be prepared to pay fees or commissions for auction houses or dealers. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins, who knows? You could be holding on to something worth a life-changing amount of money. Just imagine the excitement of finding out that one of your old quarters is worth 1.2 million, now that's a coin collector's dream. So, if you've got a 2021 Connecticut quarter or any other older coins lying around, make sure to check them carefully. With a little bit of research, you could discover you're sitting on a gold mine. I hope this video helped you learn more about the valuable coins that could be sitting in your pockets. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more tips on rare coins and how to make the most of your collection. We've got something that might just blow your mind. If you're sitting on a collection of old coins, you'll want to pay close attention, especially if you have a 2021 Connecticut quarter dollar. This little coin could be worth way more than you think. In this video, we're going to break down why this coin could be sitting on a small fortune, how to check if yours is valuable, and what you can do to cash in on it. So, let's dive in. First things first, let's talk a bit about the 2021 Connecticut quarter. As part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, each state was honored with its own unique design on the back of the quarter. Connecticut, known for its rich history, was the fifth state to be featured, and its design represents the Charter Oak. The Charter Oak was a symbol of American independence and freedom. It was where Connecticut's royal charter was hidden in 1617 to prevent its confiscation by the British governor. Quite the powerful story behind this simple coin, right? Now, here's where things get really interesting. While most 2021 Connecticut quarters are worth just 25 cents, there's a very rare version of this coin that can be worth way more. It's known as the 2021 Connecticut quarter, and its value could be as high as 1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million for a quarter. So, why is this particular quarter worth so much? The key is in the mint mark, which is located just below the year. The AD mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. But here's the twist, only a small number of these coins were misstruck, and that's what makes them so valuable. This rare version is what we call an off-center strike. The coin wasn't properly aligned during the minting process, leaving part of the design missing. The result? A seriously rare, misprinted coin that's highly sought after by collectors. Now, if you find one of these coins in your collection, it's not just any coin. It's a major collector's item that could fetch hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars, depending on the condition. Now, let's get into how you can tell if you've got a valuable 2020 Connecticut quarter. The first thing to check is the mint mark. Look closely at the date below the date. If you've got a quarter with that mint mark and the off-center strike, it could be worth a lot. Next, check for any irregularities in the design. An off-center strike will cause the image of the charter oak to be misaligned or cut off. It won't look perfect, and that imperfection is what makes it rare. Make sure to examine the edges of the coin as well. If you notice that part of the edge is blank or rough, you might have one of these highly prized error coins. Now, if you think you found one, you're probably wondering, how much is it worth? Well, in some cases, these rare 2020 Connecticut quarters have sold at auction for over $2 million. Of course, the price can vary based on the condition of the coin, how well it's been preserved, and whether it has other rare characteristics. But even in lower grades, these coins are still worth a lot more than face value. Alright, let's say you've got one of these rare coins, or maybe just a collection of old coins you think could be worth something. What's the best way to sell them? First, you want to get your coin appraised by a professional. A certified numismatist or coin dealer can help you determine its value. You can also look for reputable auction houses that specialize in rare coins. They often have experts who can authenticate and auction off your coins for top dollar. Websites like eBay are another option, but be sure to research the market and sell in a way that ensures you get the best deal. Now, before you get too excited, keep in mind that the 2 million sales aren't typical. The coin's rarity, condition, and collector demand all come into play. But even if you don't get million-dollar offers, these rare error coins can still be worth thousands, so don't throw out those quarters just yet. So, there you have it. The 2020 Connecticut quarter could be a hidden treasure in your collection. If you've got one, take a closer look, it might be worth a lot more than you think. And if you're ready to sell, be sure to do your research and work with professionals who know how to get you the best price. We're going to talk about a very special coin, the 2020 Connecticut quarter dollar, and how this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a lot of money. We're talking about a potential value of up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around, and let's dive into what makes these coins so valuable, and how you can potentially cash in on them. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Alright, let's start with a quick history lesson. In 1999, the US Mint introduced the 50 State Quarters program, which was a 10-year series of quarters, each featuring a design representing one of the 50 states. Connecticut was one of the states that got its own quarter in the year 1999, and it had a beautiful design featuring the charter oak, an important symbol in the state's history. Fast forward to 2020, and the US Mint released the latest rounds of quarters in a similar style, with some special and limited edition coins. But why are these Connecticut quarters from 2020 getting so much attention now? Let me tell you why. In 2020, some special versions of this quarter were minted, and a small batch of them ended up being very different from the usual mass-produced coins. In fact, some of them were printed with errors or rare characteristics that make them extremely valuable, and when I say valuable, I mean we're talking upwards of $4 million for just a single coin. Now, before you run off to your coin dealer thinking you've struck gold, let's break down what you should be looking for. The regular 2020 Connecticut quarters in circulation are still worth just 25 cents, but if you find one with an error or a rare characteristic, that value can soar into the thousands, or even millions. So, what makes these Connecticut quarters worth such an insane amount of money? It's all about the minting errors and limited numbers. One of the most famous errors involves coins that were misprinted with off-center designs or incorrect inscriptions. These errors are much rarer than you might think, and when collectors catch one of one, they'll pay top dollar to add it to their collection. For example, an off-center quarter from 2020 that was mistakenly stamped can fetch anywhere between 10,000 to 50,000, and if you find one with a particularly rare mistake, it can even go up to a cool 4 million. These error coins are so valuable because they're incredibly rare. Only a handful of them were made by accident, and coin collectors are always on the lookout for these types of anomalies. Plus, the US Mint doesn't always acknowledge or issue these rare mistakes, which makes them even more desirable. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how do I check if I have one of these valuable Connecticut quarters? Well, it's pretty simple. First, take a good look at the coin. You're looking for things like off-center designs, where the image or text is misaligned, double strikes, where the coin has been stamped twice, missing or incorrect letters on the inscriptions, unusual day cracks that can happen during the minting process. Now, to help you spot these errors, here's a quick tip. Make sure you have a magnifying glass or even better, a loupe. That's the tool coin collectors use to get a close-up look at the fine details of a coin. Check around the edges of the coin, inspect the designs carefully, and pay attention to any imperfections. If you find something strange or unusual, you might have something special on your hands. Once you've got your hands on a potential rare coin, the next step is to get it appraised. You might want to visit a professional coin dealer, or even send your coin to a grading service like PHSRING. These companies can assess the authenticity of your coin and determine its grade, which is a huge factor in its market value. But wait, before you rush to sell, take a moment to really understand the current market trends. Some coins may sell for millions, but others might have dropped in value depending on the demand at the time. Keep an eye on online auction sites, coin shows, and reputable coin dealers to get an idea of what your coin might be worth. Sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions can give you a ballpark figure, but an official appraisal will always be your best bet. And don't forget, selling coins like these is a big decision, so make sure you get the best deal possible. If you're unsure, get a second opinion or check with multiple dealers. Remember, those rare 2020 Connecticut quarters could be worth thousands, or even millions, if you find the right one. So, to recap, check your 2020 Connecticut quarters for minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double impressions, or missing inscriptions. If you find something unusual, get it appraised by a professional, and stay informed about the current market value. Who knows? You could be sitting on a coin worth a small fortune.